Welcome back in. That was your J&M Pharmacy pregame show. Make sure you give J&M Pharmacy a call, 274-2740 or at 2040 2nd Avenue East. Here inside the Team One Toyota broadcast booth, Justin Gibbs back for my 5th season of Oneonta. Jeremy Hyde, his 12th year here with the station, dedicated to Oneonta. I would say probably at least 5 years for sure. Probably.
Oh yeah, and then a good part of each of the other years. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. As Oneonta will kick up against Priceville. Jeremy, you want a drink? You want a drink?
I'm good.
You're good? Okay, yeah, he's good. He's the real talent around here. Okay. As Oneonta will kick. A couple of injuries to mention. No Matthew Wilson tonight. He's been cleared. He should be back maybe next week or the week after. Mason Stevens is out. Caven Hill is out. And kicker Eric Vargas is out as well. With Eric Vargas, Caven Hill, they should be back next week. Everything should be fine.
Yeah. Well, you missed Moon also.
Yeah, and Moon.
Get him back.
He should be back in a few weeks as well. To kick, it'll be Riley McGill. Riley, a 5'10", 152 junior, will set to kick from our right to our left. Back to receive, you're going to have Jackson Cross. Mentioned his name a lot last year. And also, is that the quarterback? It is. Wyatt Hurt is back there. And also number 21, it looks like. That's J.C. Estes. Special teams all dead tonight. Here's the opening kick, and it will bounce at the 27, and Priceville will take over. We didn't mention him during pregame. It's not because he doesn't like any talent. He's got all the talent in the world. That's the junior linebacker. He's back again. Defensive Player of the Year last year, Bo Ragsdale. What a force he is in the middle. Yeah,
we've been watching him since he was a 8th grader out here under Coach Jacobs, and done a phenomenal job of getting better, bigger and better every year. And he's a great, just great defensive instincts, and he's such a physical player. So he and I would imagine Brother Hodge.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be some forces back there in the linebacking.
And Brother Hall as well. Yeah. Those three guys, what a force. Shotgun formation with Cross. He'll be the quarterback, actually. They're going to hand it to Blurton right up the middle, a gain of 9 on that first down run, all the way up to the 44-yard line. They attacked right in the middle, and Oneonta feels like their front seven is one of the best in the county.
Oh, absolutely. They've this experienced bunch, and you got big Crittner there on this near side to us. He's a handful, as well as who's it? Mitchell.
Yeah,
and then kind of a new guy.
Starting lineup, it'll be. I see Andrew Beck out there. Beck 11 tackles last year. You'll see a lot of Keezy Mitchell. We'll call him Keezy. That's what his nickname is.
I call him Keezy.
Yeah, that's the only thing I know him by. They're going to hand it to Burton again up the middle. Bo Ragsdale and a couple of other guys there. He's going to pick up the first down, though. Pick up a 2. That will be a first down for them. That's brought to you by Woodman Life. First down, Chris Neesmith and Joey Bailey. Woodman Life, different kind of a life insurance, one where each customer matters and everyone has a voice as they move the chains. Right there, right back up the middle with Burton. Jackson Cross, the quarterback, 5'8", 165. Kind of shocked to see him at quarterback, but with a new head coach, everything can change. 10:45 left, first quarter, ball at their own 46-yard line. Burton still the running back. Shotgun formation. They hand off to the right, cuts back up middle of the field. He is met by Bo Ragsdale, and also big shout out to Keezy Mitchell. He was the first one that got a hold of him.
Mitchell is yet to be blocked in this game. At that time they just ran right at him, and he was all over it. But, of course, he was in on the last play as well. But he's there kind of lining up at nose or inside technique there, but definitely a handful.
If you had to compare him to someone, I think Quentin Williams. He's quick. He's got the strength. He's going to be a force.
Yeah, definitely. He plays a lot like Quentin. Not as long as Quentin, but definitely just blowing somebody up there in the middle right now.
We mentioned the front 7 already. Corners, you'll have McGill, McAlpine. The safeties, you'll have Will Robertson and Braden Moore. They're going to run it on that sweep out to the left side, and that Oneonta defense, the corners, Riley McGill got there. Eli Buse on the tackle. He loses 2 on that sweep.
Yeah, Buse is another one we've seen because he played a little bit as an 8th grader. More as a freshman. That's really when he and Bo really stepped in.
Yeah.
But those two guys together, it's been really fun to watch these guys mature.
Oneonta zeroed in the last couple of plays. 9.5 left here on the opening drive for Priceville in the Jamboree game. Ball at their own 44-yard line. This will be the first third down attempt of the night for Priceville. Also mentioned here in a few minutes one of the new rules. Cross will keep it himself, design run up the middle. He escapes the mass chaos in the middle and picks up the first down, a gain of about 13. Needed 12, got 13.
Yeah, it was a big run. Good blocks there. I watched the offensive line had a great push that time. Really the first time they've had much of a push the entire game. But a big gain there, another first down there for Priceville.
New rule this year, 40-second play clock. It has been 25, so keep that in mind. 40-second play clock this year in the state of Alabama. So it'll be a Woodman Life first down. Their second one of the night for Priceville with 8:45 left, first quarter, tied at 0. Burton the back, cross, puts him in motion. They'll run it back to number 23 up the middle. Jukes and is met by Bo Ragsdale. Will Robertson will get credit for that tackle as he picks up about 5 on that run. And they're getting about 3 or 4 yards before a Redskin gets to them.
Yeah, Mitchell coming out, big Wilson. I'm sorry, Aragorn going in there now. Kind of gives some more size there on that defensive front.
We're going to see first string. We'll see some second string here in the first half. But second half will be all second string, third string, and fourth string if you have them. 8 minutes left, 2nd and 4 at the Oneonta 37. They hand off Burton right at the middle of that Oneonta defense again, and he's going to pick up that first down. He gets up to the 30-yard line. They have yet to attempt a pass as Burton picks up another Woodman Life first down. Woodman Life. Call Chris Neesmith, Joey Bailey, 205-274-2880, or visit them at 283-40 State Highway 75. No passes so far for Priceville. They have attacked that Oneonta defense with a ground game. So far, 26 yards rushing total for Priceville. They're going to hand it off again right at the middle. This time, the Oneonta defense only gave up a couple of yards. You got Crittner there. Aragorn's there. I see Luke Hodge come out as well. Not much was lost last year on that defense. Your whole front seven is all back. Secondary-wise is where you lose some guys, Jeremy. You lose Tavares. You lose Brandon Howard. You lose a safety/linebacker who's at Troy now in Jaden Warren. They've replaced the whole secondary. A couple of question marks back there. 2nd and 8. They hand off to Burton up the middle. And David Hall, first one gets to him. Picks up 2 yards. That's it. It'll bring up another third down for Priceville.
Let's see if Mitchell, he's back in the game now.
We're going to see him a pretty good bit.
Yeah.
He had been lining up at H-back a lot in practice. He was number 5. They switched his number to 56. They want to use him on that line, offensive line, as much as possible, especially with the injuries that they have encountered the last couple of weeks. Shotgun still, 3rd and 5 from the 25. A couple guys in motion. Will be a flag on the play. Cross keeps it himself. David Hall, Braden Moore, but too many guys were in motion. Some confusion here early on to be an illegal shift on Priceville. See what field they decline, or did they accept the penalty? Looking at about 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, and they're going to ask the captain of that defense, Bo Ragsdale, what you want. 6:13 left here in the first quarter. Inside the Team One Toyota broadcast booth. And Bo says we want to accept the penalty. So they're going to back it up, 5 yards? Referees a little bit hesitant tonight.
Yeah. A little training going on.
There's the illegal shift, and they're going to accept the penalty. So it'll be 3rd and 10 now from the Oneonta 30. So far, Priceville 1 for 1. They converted that one that was 3rd and 12. 34 yards rushing so far for Priceville. Oneonta can get one more, then get that defense off the field probably. Shotgun. They'll put a man in motion. They'll hand it up to one of the upbacks. Here comes Bo Ragsdale. You're not going to fool him many times. There they didn't.
That was a good play there. coming from all the way on the backside, weak side of the play, and made the tackle there, wrapped him up, got him down. So great job there by the defense holding that up. Looks like maybe force a, I don't know, probably just going to go for it on 4.
This is a Jamboree game.
Yeah.
Who cares? Go for it. And we're going to have a heat timeout. We do. Heat timeout with 5:47 left here in the first quarter. We'll be right back, and we'll have a score update from Rumble and the Rim Lap here on the Redskin Radio Network. It'll be 4th and 11 for the Bulldogs of Priceville with 5:47 left here in the first quarter. Their opening drive, man, it's been a long drive. So far, they are 1 for 2 on 3rd down, but Priceville looks like they're going to go for it. Score updates. You've got 6-0 Appalachian leads here.
Boom.
4th and 11 here. Ball 36 of Oneonta. Man in motion in Burton. Cross rolls out to his right. First pass. Nope, he'll keep it. Quarterback run, and he'll be down at the 25. He picked up some of it, but it's a turnover on downs. And Oneonta takes over with 5:23 left. So 0-0 with 5:23 left, first quarter. And Oneonta will see the offense come out for the first time tonight. Senior quarterback Brody Pinion, 6 touchdowns last year, 2 interceptions. Threw for about, I think, 600 yards. 300 yards. David Hall, the back. Coach Phillips high on his senior year in David Hall. 2 receivers to the top, Hodge in motion. Back to the right. They'll hand off to David Hall. He goes to the far side. He's got some running room. Spins a little bit. Finally brought down after a gain of 9. And David Hall, like I said, Phil is high on him this year. He said, look, he's my fourth quarter guy last year. He's getting the carries this year. And he thinks he can rush for easily over 1,000, maybe 1,500.
He's put on some weight, too. He listed at 200 pounds this year. That's a good size for a running back in high school.
It is. Pinion rolls out to his right on that curl route over to McAlpine right through his hands. And it'll bring up 3rd and 1. McAlpine, plenty of time. McAlpine, though, right through him. Shout out to Jeff Gibbs, former Redskin softball coach, listening in. It'll be the first 3rd down attempt of the night for the Skins. Ball thrown 34-yard line. David Hall still the back. You'll have Buse and McAlpine this side. They'll hand off to David Hall right at the middle. Sutter steps, gets that first down. They'll move the chains for a Woodman Life first down. Brought to you by Chris Meesmith and Joey Bailey. Saw right there David Hall plant that foot, went the opposite direction, found that hole. His vision pretty good right there. David last year 122 carries, 2 yards shy of 700. He had 7 touchdowns. They bring that safety up. McAlpine in motion. They'll flip it to McAlpine. He cuts up far side of the field. McAlpine's got some room. He's got some speed up to the 40, 35, knocked down low, and he is tackled. It's going to be a big run right there. It'll be a pass technically up to the 32-yard line in Oneonta territory.
I was looking, I thought that was a misprint. It says McAlpine weighs 143 pounds. I didn't realize that teenagers only weighed that low of amount, but I guess McAlpines can.
Exactly. They can, just like his dad. 30-yard run right there for Andrew McAlpine. Pinion will hand off to David Hall. They run a little bit of pace. Hall up the middle. Stop, spin move. He is going still. It's tough to bring him down. He is good size. Up to the 19-yard line. A 12-yard run right there from David Hall.
Yeah, another good run by Hall. Just this offensive line's mashing.
They are.
On these guys. Priceville got their hands on their hips.
They do.
Not in a good way.
27 yards on just 3 carries for David Hall. 3:50 first quarter. McAlpine to the left. Hodge and Buse are at tight end. They'll hand off to David Hall. David stops, cuts back up, breaks a couple tackles. He's going to carry a couple guys with him inside the 10 down to the 8-yard line. A gain of 11 for David Hall. It's so tough to bring him down.
I like it.
I do too.
I like what they're doing out there.
We haven't had a big bruiser at running back in quite a while.
No, and they've had all the athletes either at the receivers or the quarterback spot. So we've seen a lot of good running quarterbacks the last few years. But
don't forget Sincere Baker, athletic running back.
Oh yeah.
But as far as a bruiser like this, it's been before my time. There's a name that comes to mind, but I don't know if there was anybody in between. Maybe Colton Walker. Maybe Miguel Hurtado was probably the last one. big bruiser.
That was definitely, he would qualify.
Screen, open, McAlpine, touchdown, 8 yards out. Oneonta, the first one of the year. 2:50 left here in the first quarter. And 2 blockers. And you had McAlpine catching it, and it was 3-on-2. So from 8 yards out, touchdown Oneonta.
That was a good-looking play, too. That kind of almost a screen type situation. Throw it out here to the sideline, let McAlpine run it in. So.
Set to kick the extra point will be Riley McGill. Backup kicker. Pinion will hold with 2:50 left. Here's the snap, the hold, the kick. It is up. It is good. 7-0. Skins lead. We'll be right back after this here on the Redskin Radio Network. Welcome back in. Team 1 Toyota broadcast booth. Your scoring drive recap, Jeremy Hyde.
Scoring drive recap. Who was our sponsor for this?
Team Nancy and Shannon.
Well, I had said player of the game here, so I wasn't
they're
sure.
also the scoring drive
Okay.
recap.
Team Nancy and Shannon. You want me to read all this?
Yeah. After you give me this recap.
Here we go. Okay, you ready for it now?
I'm ready.
Okay. It started at 5:23. It was an 8-play drive, 75 yards worth. It capped off by a 8-yard pass from Pinion to McAlpine for the touchdown. The point after by McGill was good, and the Oneonta Redskins lead now 7-0.
So it's 76, you said 76?
75.
75-yard drive.
Yeah.
75-yard drive. Set kick, it'll be number 88, Bailey Ezel, I believe. Back it to the 20, a good kick. Take that back, it's actually number 80. Let me get that right. Sean Sanchez, the sophomore, will kick it.
We mentioned Team Nancy and Shannon. Experience is what sets them apart. With their 30 years of combined experience, they have a solution for every potential issue that may arise in the real estate purchase or sale of your home.
My realtors.
Yeah. Well, if I were to buy or sell right now.
You're buying?
No, I said if I were to.
I heard you were.
I would definitely give them a shot.
You know, I got a lot of slack last year from Nancy when they were a quarter sponsor during the semifinal game. And all I mentioned all night was Shannon Longshore. Let me tell you, Nancy does all the work.
Shannon does all the talking.
Yeah, Shannon does all the talking. Run up the middle with Burton, and he's got some legs like David Hall. And finally, they bring him down. There's a flag on the play, the first one of the night. And I think it's going to be on Oneonta. Excuse me, second flag of the night. Probably going to be the first one on Oneonta. After a gain of 8 from the running back. Here's the call. It's going to be a personal foul. They're not going to say exactly what, but my guess, probably face mask. So 7-0. I think we're good. And so it'll be a 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. So a huge, costly penalty on Oneonta. That will drive Phil Phillips crazy. And J.D. White. 2:31 left for just joining us. Oneonta up 7-0. They went right down the field. 8 plays, 75 yards, capped off by an 8-yard pass to Andrew McAlpine. His first unofficial touchdown of the year. Stats tonight won't count. Got an update coming on the way for the Rumble and Rim Lap. 2:16 left. Little handoff to the back this way. There's some room to the edge. He's got to the 30, 25, 20. One got to beat with Luke Hodge, and he pushes them out of bounds. It's number 18, Peyton Fowler, the junior. Escaped the containment and went a long way right there. That's their first big play of the night for Priceville as they're in Oneonta territory now. 6-6. Appalachian Southeastern Tide, Trent Carpenter, a 70-yard touchdown for the Mustangs. With 2:04, that's a big Woodman life first down for the Bulldogs. It was a run of 27. 2:04 left. They'll hand it off to Fowler again. This time to the left. David Hall gets a hold of him. And his buddy Bo helps them out. Pick up about 2 to 3. And they're kind of finding some spots against this Oneonta defense. And some misalignment maybe from Oneonta.
Yeah. That last line on this near side looked a little funky to me. I don't think that was something that
No.
Coach White had drew up that way. But,
No.
Priceville's got a pretty good running team. They're a little one-dimensional, though, so it's going to make them predictable. But, hey, you still got to block and tackle, and doing a good job with the blocking part right now.
Well, I know, Phil, it's got to make him a little bit happy, though, to go against this offense in a Jamboree game because you're going to see this kind of offense throughout the year. Cross will keep it himself on a flag on the play, and it's going to be offsides on Oneonta. So a free 5 yards, make it 2nd and 3 at the Oneonta 8-yard line. But you're going to see a little bit next week, a little bit of a triple option wing tee thing. You'll see this offense against Susan Moore. And we're going to see it against Asheville. So for Phil to see it here early on, he's kind of got to like it, and he can work on some things. They put a man in motion, cross. Here's the quarterback, Burton, the running back to the left. Tristan Holmes was the guy going in motion just a second ago. He resets, cross. They hand off to Burton up the middle. Oneonta defense gets to the secondary. They finally bring him down. Beck was there. Also coming in was Braden Moore with 1 minute left. And they will move the chains, and it'll be a 1st and goal. Woodman Life, first down for Priceville.
Got one limping over here. Looks like
It's Keezy.
my friend.
Keezy.
I'm not calling him Keezy.
His name is
Mitchell.
Keezy.
Mitchell is making his way to the sideline to get some attention from the training staff.
I didn't know that his name was Marquise until about 2 weeks ago. Timeout on the field. Phil Phillips, headset off. We'll take it with him. He's upset. 7-0, Skins lead. We'll be right back after this here on the Redskin Radio Network. Welcome back in. Team 1 Toyota broadcast booth. 7-0, Skins lead. 49 seconds left, first quarter. Also, big thanks to MPE Heating and Cooling joining us this year as a sponsor. I'll tell you more about them after this first down play. 1st and goal from the Oneonta 5. Cross will hand off to Burton up the middle of Beck. Got a hold of him. Tried to spin out of it. David Hall helps him out down to the 2-yard line right there for Priceville. Thanks to MPE Heating and Cooling, an independent Linux premier dealer. They're there to help you from service, repair, replacement. MPE has a professional team to handle all your heating and cooling needs. Jeremy, you deal a lot with them.
Yeah, great company. Do a great job. Linux is a great product as well, and they stand behind it. And they do a great job of servicing everything and getting you what you need.
2nd and goal from the Oneonta 2. Bulldogs are knocking on the door. Burton in motion out to the left. Cross will keep it himself after a low snap, spin move inside the end zone. Touchdown. Priceville with 2 seconds left from 2 yards out. So now 7-6, and pending the extra point, they could have it tied here in a little bit. Set to kick for the Bulldogs will be number 81, J.J. Vallejo. Jeremy, is that right?
Vallejo?
Vallejo.
Yeah, we'll go with Vallejo.
5'9", 180 junior. Cross will hold the quarterback. Snap, hold, kick. It is up, and it is good. 7-all. Priceville answers back on their next drive. We'll be right back after this with 2 seconds left here in the first quarter. Welcome back in. Team 1 Toyota broadcast booth. Oneonta Priceville brought to you by Offer and the Blount County Education Foundation. Big thanks to them and for all that they do for the schools and education. And thanks to Robbie McAlpine for stroking that check. Of all $2 we get paid to do this game. You get 3, don't you, Jeremy?
Yeah.
McAlpine back at his own 5, and he will jog. And then we'll mark it at the 20-yard line. Your scoring drive recap for the Bulldogs.
Scoring drive recap brought to you by Team Nancy and Shannon again. It was a 65-yard drive. It was a 7 or 8 plays, and it was capped off by the 2-yard touchdown run by Cross. Going after by Vallejo was good, and we're tied at 7. that was with 2 seconds to play.
That's the end of the first quarter. We're going to keep it here. 7-all. First quarter thoughts so far of the Oneonta offense. We'll start with that first.
Oneonta offense looked like they were picking up right where they left off last year. Running the ball, obviously, we're going to run the ball more, and especially in the Jamboree situation. But the running game was on point. Errors seem to be at minimum, and then, of course, we hit the quick pass there to get the touchdown with McAlpine. And, hey, couldn't ask for a better first drive.
No, you couldn't. 76 yards rushing in the first quarter, 38 with David Hall on 4 carries, and 38 with Andrew McAlpine on just 2 carries. And, of course, Andrew McAlpine had the catch from 8 yards on that screen. Oneonta defense, though, a couple of question marks, but I think it's something that can easily be fixed, though, as a couple of misalignments here early on.
Well, and that, we're still dealing with some conditioning kind of stuff. It's hot. We've been practicing, 3 weeks?
Yeah.
So this is the end of the third full week of practice. So, it's to be expected. There's going to be some hiccups here and there, and some tired players as they get going. So no cramps so far. I haven't seen any, so that's good. But we're still early. It's only the second quarter.
I thought we were going to see rotating quarterbacks in the first half, but evidently not, as Brody Pinion back out for another drive. We'll see Braden in the second half, the sophomore quarterback. Hall the back, 2 receivers to the top. That's Andrew McAlpine and Riley McGill. They put McGill in motion. They'll hand off to David Hall to the left side. There's some blocks. He's up to the 40, up to the 45, up to the 50, 45, 40, up to the 30. He keeps going. He ain't stopping. A huge run from David Hall, the senior. Boy, does he look good running the ball tonight. That's another first down brought to you by Woodman Life.
He did. About 5 yards into that run, he made a cut to the outside and saw something there, and it was downhill from that point.
It was big first down as they move the chains for Oneonta. It's 11:47 left, second quarter, tied at 7. McAlpine all by himself down here. It's one-on-one coverage. McGill in motion again. This time they hand it to Hall. The spin move, cuts back up, and finally slung around and tackled up to the 21-yard line. A gain of 6 right there for David Hall as he continues to rack up those yards. And a timeout. Timeout Oneonta. Phil wants it. He burns his second one here in the first half. We'll be right back after this here in the second quarter, tied at 7 apiece. Welcome back after that timeout. 11:32 left. It is 2nd and 4. David so far, 82 yards rushing on 6 attempts. They're going to run that screen back into the middle of the field with McAlpine. Makes a couple guys miss. Back out to the outside. Runs over a guy. He keeps going. Touchdown, Oneonta. Andrew McAlpine. He may weigh 140 soaking wet, but he ran it like he was 200. Oneonta back out in front. 13-7 now. Woo! That'll make Dad proud. And Mom. How about them apples, Jeremy Hyde?
Nice. That was a nice looking play.
It was. Set to kick the extra point. It will be Sean Sanchez from 18 yards out. Here's the extra point as Sanchez gets set. A little bit of a battle for the backup kicker position. Brody will hold, snap, hold, kick, up, and it is good. 14-7, 11:22 left after that. Andrew McAlpine's second touchdown of the night. We'll be right back after this here on the Redskin Radio Network. Welcome back in. Brody Pinion, 2 touchdowns tonight. Andrew McAlpine, 2 touchdowns tonight. Your scoring drive recap on the way. There's the kick, end over in right near the 20-yard line. Your scoring drive recap. Jeremy Hyde.
Yeah, it was a 65-yard, 3-play touchdown drive there, capped off by that another pass from Brody Pinion to Andrew McAlpine. 18 yards for it that time. The point after by Sanchez was good, and Oneonta leads 14-7. That's with 11:22 to play in the second.
I said Andrew soaking wet. They say 143. I mean soaking wet. Probably not 135, 130, but he ran like he was 200 pounds and ran over a couple guys.
Yeah, that's what I liked about that drive. That run was the little contact there at the end, finish him off, getting the end zone.
Ball at the 35 is where they'll mark it. They'll hand off to Burton up the middle, and Bo Ragsdale just introduced himself again, and they pick him up and they put him down. As Mitchell there, Marquise Mitchell, number 56, was the one that picked him up after Bo got a hold of him. And they're going to say he picked up 1 yard. They're being generous. 10:54 left here in the second quarter, up 14-7. Priceville last drive ended in the touchdown to tie it up. Any updates from the Rumble and Rim Lap or Hayden? Nothing.
My app says 0-0 at Southeastern Appalachian, so I don't know what y'all are looking at.
I've got someone listening.
Oh, okay.
They'll hand off to Burton again, and he was met pretty quickly by a freshman whose last name is Hanley, and he's about, 6'3", 6'2", and is a man among boys out there. Jacob Hanley, 6'3", 220. First one to get there. Still tied 6'6".
Wait, Hayden? Oh.
No, Rumble and Rim Lap.
Oh, okay. I got nothing on Hayden either. This app is junk. Thank you for recommending it.
You're welcome. It'll be 3rd and 7. Burton to this side. The quarterback is Jackson Prickett. Put a man in motion in number 3, Tristan Holmes. And we have timeout on the field? We do. Priceville takes it. We take it with them with 9:43 left here in the second quarter. You're listening as Oneonta leads at 14-7 here on the Redskin Radio Network. Team 1 Toyota broadcast booth, Justin Gibbs, Jeremy Hyde. 9:43 left here in the second quarter. Oneonta up by a touchdown right now over Priceville. It will be 3rd and about 7 for Priceville. Trying to draw them off sides. Quarterback will keep it himself. Jackson Cross. Here comes the senior, David Hall. David got back there quickly and was not fooled. They're going to lose about 4 yards on the run. Good job by David Hall there, Jeremy Hyde.
Yeah, defense looked good this drive. Just Priceville, being so one-dimensional like we talked about earlier, that Oneonta's not having to really get too creative with their scheme. They're just going to come right at them and kind of get predictable here.
Set to punt for Priceville. Can't really tell from this far away from the angle he's at. But here's the punt. All special teams dead tonight. As Braden Moore goes up, lets it bounce one time. It will be down at their own 43-yard line. Oneonta takes over as Brody Pinion comes right back out. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns for him. Kind of want to see David get a touchdown. He's got 6 carries, 82 yards so far. He's ran the ball really well. 1st and 10 from their own 43. Coming up at halftime, Brent Patterson Cross Country will be joining us. Their first meet will be Saturday. David gets it on the counter, goes to the middle of the field, picks up about 4 yards on the run. Cross country, their track meet not track meet, but their cross country meet will be over at St. Clair County on Saturday. Volleyball's got their first, match? Yeah, first match on Saturday over, where are they at? Geraldine. That'll be a Saturday as well. 8:20 left. Receiver to each side. McAlpine in motion. They'll flip it to McAlpine. David as a blocker, gets to the edge. He's got some room, got some speed across the 50 down inside the 30s to the 24-yard line.
That was a heck of a game for a Jamboree.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And that's one of those seniors who's kind of sat the last few years, especially on offense with Andrew, but getting some carries, getting some catches. Good to see him make some plays.
Yeah. Well, he was out there a lot with 4 and 5 receivers, but he was like he had some other guys in front of him there that were dominant.
Yeah. David on the carry, up the middle. Stiff arm, cuts back out to the left side. There's a great block inside the 15, the 10, the 5, the touchdown. 24 yards out, no flags. David Hall's first one of the night. David's vision, I'm telling you, unreal. It's now 20-7. David, 8 carries, 111 yards. All for a Jamboree game. McGill will kick the extra point. Pinion will hold as Connor Faust rushes off the field. Snap, hold, kick up, and it is no good. Missed it to the right. 20-7. We'll be right back after this here on the Redskin Radio Network. Welcome back in, Team 1 Toyota broadcast booth. Oneonta Priceville, brought to you by Blount County Education Foundation and Offer. Scoring drive recap on the way as Sanchez kicks it, splits the field right to Jackson Cross. They will take over first. And your scoring drive recap, Jeremy Hod.
Yeah, brought to you by Team Nancy and Shannon. It's Nancy, Malcolm, and Shannon Longshore. That was a 4-play, 57-yard drive. David Hall took it in from 24 yards out. The point after did fail, so Oneonta now leads 20-7 with 7:38 to play in the first half.
So 7.5 left. So Oneonta defense back out there. Had a stop last drive. First and 10, Priceville zone 35. Quarterback will be the backup quarterback, and Prickett will hand off to Burton to the far side of the field away from us. He's got the first down. Braden Moore slings them out. Gets up near the 50. They'll mark him at the 50. It's a gain of 15 on first down. Brought to you by Woodman Life. Of course, those guys. Chris Neesmith. Everybody knows Chris Neesmith. And everybody knows Joey Bailey.
Oh, yeah.
I saw Chris earlier. He said, make sure you play my spots twice as much. I said, no, I'm going to play at 0 tonight. Chris Neesmith, his brother-in-law is.
Yeah, just a couple of booths down from us.
He is. He is.
Just lost my son's teacher this year, too.
Really?
Yeah.
7 minutes left. Man in motion. They'll flip it out over to Burton, and a great tackle by the star of the night, Andrew McAlpine. One of the stars of the night. They're going to lose 4 yards.
That was a sad little pitch there.
Two-handed.
Like a chest pass.
Pretty sure Brooke could have done a better job of that. You would have went one-handed. We've expanded our team this year. We have a social media director. Does that sound good to you? Brooke Burke, former Redskin. Then you got John Houston joining us in the next booth. He's our statistician. They'll hand off to number 18, Bo. Then there's David. And Bo finally gets back to him and brings him down as number 18, Peyton Fowler, was on that carry. Didn't have much success, and there's a flag.
Yeah, I think it was a face mask there. David was trying to get him down as he was spinning.
Collier McPherson's about to come in for Aragon. Here comes Collier.
I wouldn't mind seeing Collier with a little bit longer jersey come next game.
Went to a couple of practices, would take some pictures. They wanted me to take pictures. They would get their shirts and jerseys and roll it up above their stomach. I was like, man, nobody really wants to see that. I said, you're not a wide receiver.
No, Collier is definitely not a wide receiver.
No. He is not one of the strongest guys on the team. 2nd and 8 is where they mark it at the Oneonta 48. Man in motion, they'll hand it off to Cross. Going back to the other side. Bounces off a couple of tackles. There's Braden Moore, I believe. Nope, that was Will Robertson. That was the first guy there. So 3rd and 6, where tonight Priceville is 1 for 3. And a heat timeout, we will take it with them. It's a Sharp 1 Investigations timeout. We're right back after this. Oneonta leads 20-7 here on the Redskin Radio Network. Welcome back in. Team 1 Toyota broadcast booth. Jeremy, I'll let you do the scoring updates from the Rumble and Rim Lab. I'm just saying.
Was it 16-0 Appalachia?
16-6.
16-6. So, hey, it's still early. I mean,
oh, yeah.
Sure. but it's kind of going the way I thought it would.
I know you'd be happy about that one. 3rd and 6, 1 for 3 tonight for Priceville on 3rd downs. See if Oneonta can get off the field. The quarterback will keep it, and there is David Hall and Hanley. Jacob Hanley, the freshman and senior, will get credit for that tackle. It's 4th down. David got there, and Jacob cleaned it up.
We've been hearing about Hanley from Coach Russell from the JV department, or middle school, whatever you want to call it, and we knew he was going to be something. And watching him in basketball last year, you could just tell. Here it comes.
He's special.
He's a big boy. He's young, and he's going to be a good one.
Yes, he is. 4th down. Priceville going to go for it. Ball at the Oneonta 47. Got to get up to the 40. Quarterback will keep it, rolls out to his left, throws it up. It will be incomplete, and they're going to call pass interference. Did he catch it? I think that was incomplete. But Braden kind of tripped up the receiver. A little bit of a push, too. So it should be an automatic 1st down. They're going to call it a hold, technically, but regardless, it'll be a 1st down for Priceville. And they move the chains thanks to Oneonta. Good crowd here tonight for Oneonta football. Student section out here as well. You know, from about the Susanmore game last year, that's when the attendance really started to skyrocket.
That still goes down to one of the best ball games I've seen in the stadium.
Oh, man, it was. 1st and 10. That was a Woodman Life 1st down after the penalty on Oneonta. Burton, the back to the left. They'll hand it off to Cross, one of the up backs. Keeps it. He is a shifty little dude. Gets up to the 25-yard line, a gain of 7. So Davis wants to be a broadcaster, and correction, Jeremy Hyde, 14 all. 14 all Southeastern Appalachian.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
So Appalachian lost 2 points.
They did, and Southeastern gains them. So Davis is learning, wants to be a broadcaster when he gets a little bit older. Be careful when you say the word shifty on the radio. Be very careful. That's a life lesson for you. 2nd and about 3. They hand off to Burton up the middle. Bo Ragsdale as he picks up that 1st down. Bo brings him down to the 22-yard line, a gain of 3. They move the chains for a Woodman Life 1st down. You got any broadcasting tips for Davis?
Oh, no, not really. Just get in there and
do it.
Get in there and do it. Have another good job outside of broadcasting.
Yeah, don't rely on radio as your main job.
Yeah.
Trust me. Trust me, I know. Davis's dad is the pastor at Redeemer, where I go to church. Chris Hubauer goes to church. Several others. Ball on the ground. Quarterback's going to fall on top of it. Bad handoff right there. Jackson Prickett, the freshman quarterback, playing right now. They'll lose 2 yards.
You know, Priceville just kind of looking out of sorts, but they run the ball pretty well. But every now and then they'll just look like they
shoot themselves.
Don't really know what's going on. Yeah. But they're they just got some good size up front though. Oneonta's really come to play tonight. They've done a good job. Like I said, for a Jamboree, they're really in the right spots, and he's coaching them up in some certain places. But overall, pretty good performance so far.
2nd and about 12. Quarterback, the freshman. Jackson back to pass. Here comes the pressure. He got hit hard up into the end zone, incomplete. Was it Hanley that got a hold of him? Or was it Hall? I think it was Hanley.
It might have been. I was watching the pass. I was actually watching Big McNutt not do anything out there. He just kind of standing around looking. Didn't touch a soul. Everybody talked about him being the 109th best player in the state.
He let David Hall and Hanley on the other side. Wow, they took the quarterback apart. So 3rd and 12 now. 1 for 4 on the night. Oneonta yet to face a 3rd down. 3rd and 12 from the Oneonta 24. Burton in motion. Jackson tosses it over to the other side to David Hall. Helmet off. Tackles him anyway. David Hall, what a night for that young man. That little shove shovel, whatever you want to call it. It's not working.
Again, McNutt did not touch a soul.
He
jumped straight up like when an armadillo gets scared. I don't know. When you build somebody up like that, I'm just like, okay, really. Yeah. But he's got big size and he's great and all that. But he's not impressing me right now.
No, 4th down, 2:38 left. Here in the second quarter, 20-7, Oneonta leads. Andrew McAlpine, a couple of receptions for a touchdown. David Hall, the bigger rush for a touchdown. As they're letting the play clock wind down, which is 40 seconds this year. I think they're going to call a timeout. They do. They take a sharp 1 investigations timeout. We take it with them. 2:15 left here on the Redskin Radio Network. Welcome back in. Team 1 Toyota broadcast booth. That timeout was brought to you by Sharp 1 Investigations. Sharp 1 provides investigative services throughout Alabama and some neighboring states. 353-4933. Give Doug a call. 20-7. Oneonta leads over Priceville here in the first half. It is 4th down and another timeouts. Foster took the first one. Phil takes this one. We're going to keep it here. This timeout brought to you by Shop 1 Investigations. Again, so 14 all, Rumble and Rimlap, right down the highway from us.
Yeah.
Adam Standridge on the call tonight. Hope that broadcast is going well for him.
They do a good job.
Also, I got to give a shout out to my wife. She's listening tonight.
Molly,
I was mentioning
nothing better to do than to listen to us.
I know. So I mentioned a couple. So I go to Church of Redeemer. Chris goes to Church of Redeemer. So does Robbie, the boss.
Yeah.
Sometimes Robbie plays the drums. That's interesting to watch. Now Robbie does a good job with the drums. So 4th down and 16 from the Oneonta 28-yard line. Priceville will go for it. Burton, the back. Prickett is the quarterback. Linebackers show blitz. They come. Here they come. He escapes it, rolls out to the right, and he is brought down. Bo Ragsdale. Let's just pick out some other players. Caden Crittner and Andrew Beck. Those 3 guys all met on the quarterback, and it's turnover on down.
Yeah, there were 3 back there initially that couldn't get him wrangled in, and then on the side they definitely contained him. So turnover on downs, great job there. Defense, middle of the field defense broke a little bit, or bent a little bit, but didn't break, and got to stop here.
New quarterback Braden Moore. By the way, 8th grader was out on the field just a second ago. Fluff Bothwell, Landon Bothwell's little brother. Nix is the back. They hand off to Nix right at the middle. Stays on his feet, picks up a couple of extra yards at the end of that run up to the just shy of the 40-yard line at the 39. A gain of 3 on the run from Austin Nix, his first carry of the night. Braden Moore, the sophomore quarterback, big brother at Auburn. Brody Moore. 1:40 left. They pick up the pace a little bit. Nix keeps it himself. Braden should have kept that one. And he'll lose some yards as Nix will go back to the original line of scrimmage. So 3rd and 10 now. And Oneonta's going to face their first 3rd down attempt of the night. 20-7 with 1:20 left. You'll have Buse and McGill, the receivers, to the top, and McAlpine to the bottom. 1:10 left. Braden back to pass. Braden looking, takes a deep shot. McAlpine's open deep, caught it, down to the 25-yard line. Andrew McAlpine, what a great night he's had. Braden right on the money with that throw. And Andrew comes up limping just a tad bit. I think it's like the quad maybe. But a big Woodman Life first down.
That was a great play there, great catch. Priceville only rushing 4. Oneonta's offensive line having a tough time. I'm not sure there was one that was definitely having a hard time, but nonetheless gave enough time to complete that one. A great catch.
They get right back up to the line with a minute left. They hand off to Nix. Nix cuts out to the left side, breaks one tackle, but could not break the very next one. Going to lose about a half of a yard.
Yeah. Nix is a great athlete, but it's definitely not David Hall.
No.
It's a different look out there. And But he's getting his feet under him too, and learning this thing, and he's doing a good job so far.
Oneonta hurries back to the line, and Braden Moore will spike it, and it'll be third down, and the flag on the play. They weren't all set. Score updates from Sneed, 27-0. Susan Moore leads over West End, the Battle of the Crossroads. And there'll be nobody was lined up at all for Oneonta. It's one of those mistakes right there that they can learn from. Trying to hurry back to the line. So 3rd and 15. 2nd and 15, excuse me. 30 seconds left, clock running. Phil not happy. Snap. Braden rolls out to his right. He's looking. Takes a shot up to Connor. Faust goes up. And a little bit of a push in the back, but incomplete. Connor's got some height to him. Connor listed at 6'1", 155. Him and Eli, the tallest receivers we've got this year.
Fausto got his mullet.
I
guess. I don't know why he cut it. He had it last week before last.
McAlpine back out there now. 16 seconds left, 3rd and 15. Connor, when he stopped at the end zone, he came back a little bit. If he had stayed where he was originally at, would have had a touchdown. 3rd and 15, Moore back to pass. Braden out to Andrew McAlpine, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage. Pass was complete, and it'll be 4th down. Phil, does he have a timeout left? No, he does not. And that will end the first half. What an exciting first half with Oneonta offense, 20-7. They lead over Priceville. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll hear from Brent Patterson, and we'll give you some first half stats here on the Redskin Radio Network. Welcome back in. We get ready for the second half here inside the Team 1 Toyota broadcast booth. That was your halftime report. Thanks to Brent Patterson, as cross country will get it going Saturday at St. Clair County. Volleyball will be up at Geraldine in a tournament. I was hoping to have Coach Strickland on, but she couldn't make it. Of course, I let the cat out of the bag with the new website on the way for the Redskins. Jeremy Hyde, good halftime performance from the band and your daughter. I didn't watch your daughter. I just heard the band play. I heard some Lion King songs. Pretty good job by the band.
Yeah, they did a good job.
She said she didn't drop it, your daughter.
The baton. She was majorette this year, so moved on.
What did she do last year?
She was a color guard last year.
Oh, yeah.
Freshmen do color guard, and then as they go on, they can try out for majorette in the 10th grade. She did, and they proud of her for that. And still playing the trombone and the concert band. Still got that going on.
Back for Oneonta's McAlpine. Fluff's on the other side. I'm not sure who that is in the middle. They're wearing a 5, it looks like. Oh, it's Austin. No, that's not. Yeah, it is Austin. You're right. It looks like a 5 on them. It's the one that catches it. We'll begin the second half. We'll see the backups out there for both teams now. Efrain Garcia's out there on the line. You've got Caleb Wilson. You'll also have Kobe Harper. Who else do you see there, Hyde?
I can't tell from up here.
Or I've already turned to the side, so I can't tell at all. Cameron Daly's also out there. They're going to hand off to Nix. Nix this time gets to the edge. One blocker out in front, up to the 50, 45, 40. Finally goes out of bounds, and a big run from Austin Nix. His first positive run of the night. That's a big Woodman Life first down.
Got a big block out here from Big Drew Witt. It's kind of in that slot position. He kind of sealed the deal there and got Nix get outside.
29-yard run from Austin Nix to move the chains. Elijah Woods in at receiver. Elijah, a senior.
Saw his dad, Willie, down at the fence earlier.
Yeah. They'll hand off to Nix, this time to the left side. Trying to get back to that to the sideline, and he's brought down. He picks up another good 5 yards right there on the run. So back-to-back runs from Austin Nix.
So far, so good.
So 2nd and 5 with 11:10 left, up 20-7. A couple of other guys to mention. You said Drew Witt, Connor Faust out there.
Some others just kind of moved around. I see Wilson, right tackle.
They'll hand off to Nix. Breaks one tackle to the right. Stiffs arm, but couldn't break that tackle. Brody Devaney. Brody out there? Yeah, Brody Devaney, number 40. Back out on the football team this year.
A.J. Ragsdale, see him out there.
Senior. You got Hanley is playing right guard. Kobe Harper's the center. Garcia the left guard, and Garcia's the left tackle. Braden finally hands it off to Nix. Nix picks up that first down across the 25-yard line down to the 24-yard line. Braden Moore and Nix both held the ball for about 3 seconds. And that will drive a coach crazy.
Yeah. Cameron Daly in there.
That's who it is.
At left guard.
Second string and third string out there. New trainer this year for Oneonta, Stephanie McGee from ATI.
Hearing good things about her.
I am too. They'll hand off to Nix finally, and Nix breaks the tackle, but he's going to lose some yards.
Phil takes his headset off.
Braden's holding on to it too long. And that's what Phil's saying right now. You're holding on to it too long and letting that defense get to both of you. So it'll be about 2nd and 15, 2nd and 16 here in the third quarter with 9:35 left, clock running. Next week we're on the road for the first regular season game of the year. What's the score? Oh, Southeastern Appalachian still tied 14-all. Braden rolls out to his right. Looks, curl route to Connor Faust. Caught up to the 20. Breaks a tackle down to the 15. Breaks another one inside to the 12-yard line. Connor Faust. We lost to Faust as a senior last year. We get one more back with Connor. Good job by him. It's not a set logistics, but a Woodman Life first down. Connor, a junior, 6'1", 155. Oneonta picking up the pace. Braden hands off to Nix. Tries to get to the edge, and he's going to lose some more yards.
Nick's going to learn, though, that there's a time for that stiff arm, and there's a time to shuck somebody, and there's a time just to lower the shoulder and get what you've already gotten instead of going backwards. But, hey, he's doing a good job.
He is. -8 run on the previous run, this time -4. So 2nd and 14, maybe 15 with 8:37 left. So next week we're on the road at Hayden. Looking forward to that. New running back in. The 8th grader, Fluff, is in. They'll hand off to Fluff. He finds that hole, middle, cuts back. Still going, driving those feet near the end zone. Can he get in there? He'll be down at the 2. 15-yard run from the 8th grader. Landon Bothell's little brother. Phil speaks very highly of him, and so does Russell. Fluff will come out. Nix goes back in. So good run from Fluff. Need to find out where they come up with that nickname for him. They'll hand off to Nix. Cuts back up into the end zone. Touchdown. Redskins. 26-7 now. From 2 yards out, Austin Nix picks up his first touchdown of the night. That was his 10th carry tonight for him. Oneonta grows the lead. So with 7:56 left, Sanchez will kick the extra point. Braden Moore to hold. Here's a snap, the hold, the kick, it is up, it is good. Sanchez still perfect tonight, 27-7 with 7:56 left in the third quarter. We'll be right back after this here on the Redskin Radio Network.
Kids Campus in our
Welcome back in. Team 1 Toyota broadcast booth. Justin Gibbs, Jeremy Hyde, 27-7. Your scoring drive recap for the Redskins.
Yeah, the team Nancy and Shannon scoring drive summary. It was a 7 or 8 plays for 65 yards, capped off by that 2-yard touchdown scamper by Austin. Don't call me Bo Nix. Point after was good. by Sanchez, and Oneonta leads 27-7. 7:56 to play in the third.
There's the kick, end over end at the 20-yard line. Priceville will take over. They'll run that clock a little bit too. At the 7:50. They'll start at their own 35-yard line, and then Oneonta offense tonight. 292 yards of total offense. Jeremy Hyde, 181 on the ground, 111 in the air. Defensively, they've only given up 92 rushing yards. One of them was about half of that was on one run.
Yeah.
Quarterback, it'll be number 12, Jackson Prickett, the freshman. In shotgun, they show blitz. So there's going to be a flag? No, they'll hand off up the middle to the running back. He'll pick up a good 6, maybe 7 yards. Oneonta lineman was in the neutral zone, but they're not going to call it.
A lot of fresh faces out there that we just saw on offense or out there on defense. Mm-hmm. See A.J. Ragsdale.
Connor Faust at safety.
Yeah, Drew Witt still out there.
McGill's at safety. Keep an eye on number 20, Eason Williams. J.D. Whitehead speaks highly of him, a freshman linebacker. And then you got Brody Devaney at linebacker as well. 2nd and 4 from their own 41-yard line. Low snap. He's just going to have to fall on it. As A.J. Ragsdale hit the running back. And they'll go back to the original line of scrimmage. A loss of 6.
Somebody got the giggles?
Yes. So Savannah Robertson's always got the giggles. Anytime I see her. Kylie, too. Kylie, they both have the giggles. No, we're not talking about you at all. 3rd and 10. 1 for 5 tonight for Priceville on third down conversions. Basketball season coming quickly. I'm ready for some basketball. 3rd and 10. They'll hand off. Back this way. Here comes Brody Devaney. Got a hit on him. Brought down by Austin Nix and A.J. Ragsdale. Up to the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 will bring up 4th down. They are now 1 for 6 on third downs. And they're going to punt.
I think Priceville's kind of get to the point where they're just ready to get on the road.
Let's head back up to Priceville.
Yeah.
To the football field that's in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Just a short jaunt up Highway 231 to Highway 67. Kind of angle off there.
Kind of hope maybe that Jaden Warren's listening tonight, and maybe he can put us on the app, and he can let Caleb Barker listen as well. That Oneonta's beating his alma mater.
Sure, he's real tore up about it.
Pretty sure. Here's the snap and the punt. Special teams dead tonight. Fluff catches it at his own 30-yard line. Oneonta will take over. 1st and 10. We'll see Braden Moore back out there. Tonight, offensive-wise, Andrew McAlpine, 4 catches, 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. David Hall, what a great first half he had, 111 yards. He's done for the night. As we'll see Nix. Nix right now with 10 carries, 32 yards. 1st and 10, 5.5 left, 3rd quarter. And timeout, heat timeout, it is. So timeout's going to be brought to you by Sharp One Investigations. Give Doug Sharp a call. It's 27-7. We'll be right back after this here on the Redskin Radio Network. Welcome back in, Team 1 Toyota broadcast booth. Hold on a second. Braden Moore keeps it himself. Braden stiffed arm and then slung around like a rag doll up to the 41-yard line. It's not a set logistics first down, but a Woodman Life first down.
Somebody got the bill set logistics for this.
I know. Oh, man. What do you oh, man. This is just a Jamboree game. You never know what's going to go on. Nothing beats Wilford Brimley, though. Name that school that was at, Jeremy. See if your memory's good.
Jacksonville.
North Jackson.
North Jackson.
Yeah, they'll hand off to Austin Nix. We'll explain the story here in a second. Nix got to the line of scrimmage, and they will give him forward progress there. Yeah, pregame, North Jackson. We're in that basically as a shooting house. That was the night Phil Phillips took the garbage can and slung the garbage everywhere. And took it, turned it upside down, put it in the doorway. But But you were looking at Wilford Brimley during pregame of the national anthem.
Oh, surely not.
Okay, you were. Timeouts. And an injured player. Walk off. Southeastern 21-14. 20-14 over Appalachian. 22-14. 4.5 left here, up 27-7. Braden counter to Nix. Nix broke that first tackle, but unfortunately he was already 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So it'll be a loss right there, and that will bring up third down. Third and 15 with 4 minutes left. 27-7. Here's the Jamboree game. Priceville backups are in the second half. Angel Angel Lopez in it, receiver. Bottom side of the field. Braden Moore and a whistle. We'll call that one dead. It's going to be offsides on Priceville. So now it'll make it at least a little bit more manageable. 3rd and 10. Go back to the first half, Jeremy. I know your keys were do your job, stay healthy. It's a good first half of that Oneonta offense. I really liked the way they moved the ball.
Oh, absolutely. They ran it as much as needed and then threw it and caught it very well.
3rd and 10. Ball at the 41. Braden rolls out to his right. Curl route out to Lopez, and he dropped it, and it'll be incomplete. 4th down. Angel Lopez. One that dropped it. So out comes the punt team for the first time tonight. And with it being the backups in the second half, your backup punter is Andrew McAlpine, who I've seen punted about 40 yards in practice. So see if he can add to his night with 3.5 left here in the third quarter. You know what the best part about tonight is?
What?
We're at home and we ain't got to travel back from Priceville. Here's the punt. That one, I spoke too highly of Andrews. That one goes out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So from the 41 of Oneonta to Priceville's 40. They'll flip the field. Priceville takes over. 1st and 10, and Andrews having a laugh about that punt. (27-7). Is there a road trip you're looking forward to this year? Which is all in the first half of the season.
Yeah. Where are we going? We're going to.
We got to go to Cleveland County.
Probably looking forward to that, going to Asheville.
Why would you say that? It's homecoming night for Asheville that night.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Makes it even better.
Susan Moore's going to be fun. That's going to be a fun one. That's not a very long trip, but it'll be a good one.
3:22 left. Jackson hands it off to number 29, who's pushed out of bounds. Number 29, Kiki Fletcher. Kiki Fletcher on the carry. I'm not making that up. Kiki lost some yards. 2-yard loss on that one.
I think he had a hard time over the last couple of years with Drake and his song coming out.
Yeah.
Thinking about ever
I know what you mean. Yeah. That's a funny joke you got there. I want to know this Hayden Springville score. I got to text Robert Bradford. 2:40 left. Jackson, a bit of a bad snap, ball on the ground. And Oneonta got it. They did. Oneonta will recover. It'll be Cameron Daly, the sophomore, picking it up. And Oneonta going to start out with some great field position at the Priceville 35-yard line. So Susan Moore will be fun. There'll be a loud atmosphere there. Small press box. Braden will hand it off to Fluff, the 8th grader. Got a tackle on the edge. There's a flag on the play. Stops, spins, hits. Picked up the first down on a gain of 11. But that flag, Jeremy, means holding. And they will bring it back. Did y'all play in Jamboree games when you were in school?
No. Good way to get hurt.
I didn't know how the rules were back in the day. I didn't know if.
We usually had a spring game against other. We did some inter-squad stuff, and we did some against others. But yeah, no Jamboree for us.
As a bug makes his way into the press box. So Holden will bring it back to 1st and 15 now with 2:22 left. Davis, your job with us is to kill bugs. Braden Moore back to pass. Rolls out to the right. Curl out to Connor Faust up to the 35. Waits for his blocker and Devaney up to the 31-yard line. A gain of 10 on the first down throw. Connor with a couple of catches tonight. 1:50 left. Clock running here in the third quarter. And the band's getting ready for the fourth quarter. Braden will hand off again to Fluff. Fluff out to the right, hit low. Gets up to the 22-yard line, a gain of 8. Band worried me for a second with the way they were trying to get back to the instruments. I thought rain was coming.
No, there's no rain in the area. 70% for the next 3 days, though. Ooh. I need some rain on my grass.
Same here. 1:25 left. It's a Woodman Live first down as they move the chains. Braden will hand off to Fluff. And Fluff can't break that tackle. He's going to lose 3 yards. Bring up second down. If you're new to Oneonta football, fourth quarter when it rolls around, they have a ritual as far as the fourth quarter music that begins the quarter. We'll hear some Green Day and Basket Case. 2 receivers to the top, 1 at the bottom, and Elijah Woods, 2nd and 11. They hand off again to Fluff. Gets by 1 guy, goes back middle of the field, finds a hole, still carrying a guy with him. And here comes the big old push inside the 5. Down to the 3. They're still going. Did he get in? They're going to mark him short. Down to the 1. So a big 22-yard run from the 8th grader, thanks to his teammates.
Yeah. He's nice. He had a great move out there in midfield.
He did.
When he cut back inside, and he got another about 10 or 11 yards after that.
It's another Woodman Life first down brought to you by Chris Neesmith and Joey Bailey. Braden will hurry up to the line. Braden hands off, Fluff, middle, hurdles a guy into the end zone, touchdown. When I say hurdle, he basically just hopped over him. Touchdown, Oneonta. 33 puts 33 on the board. It's 33-7. The 8th grader's unofficially first touchdown. His first touchdown. That's a Redskin.
Was it from the 2 or the 3?
2. Set to kick will be Riley McGill, Braden Moore. Here's the snap. Hold, kick up, and it is good. 34-7 with 19 seconds left. We'll be right back after this here on the Redskin Radio Network. Welcome back in. Team 1 Toyota broadcast booth. Your scoring drive recap brought to you by the fine ladies of Team Nancy and Shannon.
It was a multiple play, 35-yard drive there.
Yes.
Capped off by that 2-yard run by Bothwell with a touchdown. McGill with the point after, and Oneonta leads 34-7. 19 seconds to play in the third.
Score update from Rumble in the rim lap, 30-14. Southeastern leads. Your alma mater is falling behind. 34-7. Oneonta leads. Here in the third quarter with just 19 ticks left. Sanchez, end over end kick, takes 1 bounce. They will pick it up and they'll start at their own. Was it 35 tonight or 30? I can't remember. 35-yard line with just 12 seconds left. As Phil's already holding up 4 fingers. Phil, not quite yet. 7 seconds left. So let that clock run down just a little bit more. been a good night for the Oneonta Redskins offense and that defense especially. They have looked really, really good at the defensive end position and those linebackers. They played downhill all night long. Jackson Prickett, quarterback. With just 7 seconds, will be the final play of the third quarter. Man in motion, they'll hand off to the other side. A.J. Ragsdale's got a hold of him, and he will bring him backwards. And that will be the final play of the third quarter. We go to the fourth. It's 34-7 here on the Redskin Radio Network. Welcome back in. Team 1 Toyota broadcast booth. Justin Gibbs, Jeremy Hyde. Fourth quarter time here in O-Town. Oneonta leads 34-7. It'll be 2nd and 8. My favorite tradition at Oneonta. Fourth quarter with basket case playing. Jackson Prickett, the quarterback, a little bit of a low snap. He keeps it, and he is met immediedly by a couple of defensive linemen. You're going to have Chance Bartlett and also number 73, Samuel Taylor, on the tackle. Brings up third down.
Yeah, nice job there by the defense getting it down. Minimal gain.
Look at the nose tackle on this play, number 71. It's Kate Neesmith. You know he's grinning from ear to ear right now.
I doubt it. Chuck's pretty serious.
11:20 left. It'll be third down and 8 from their own 37-yard line. Snap, they hand off to the far side of the field. Got a little bit of a lane near that first down, and he'll pick it up. Got about 8 yards on the run right there. They'll move the chains for a Woodman Life. First down. Up 34-7. By the way, during the break right there, Chris did a little bit of a dance.
Oh, did he? It's always enjoyable.
It is, seeing that, yes. Now, rumor has it they're going to be doing the get-up challenge tonight. They'll hand off again and met by the shortest guy on the field, Ty Farmer. Ty Farmer just brought the house. If you've never been around Ty Farmer, he's a sight to behold.
Crowd's getting into it.
I tell you, he's got some spunk in him.
He's hilarious.
He is. He's got some jokes too.
Yeah.
Can't be played on the air, but what a hit by Ty Farmer. 2nd and 12 for Priceville. 10-10 left, fourth quarter. And the Priceville coaches are not happy. They're going to take a timeout. We take it with them. 34-7. We'll be right back after this here on the Redskin Radio Network. Welcome back in. Team 1 Toyota broadcast booth. Fourth quarter. Clock running. 34-7. Oneonta on top. A gain of 7 right there for the Bulldogs. Is that Redskin defense trying to get up for the next play? 3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs. Where tonight they are 1 of 7 on third downs. They'll hand off to number 29 to the left, and here comes the Oneonta defense again. Number 30, Drew Witt. We've called his name quite a bit tonight. Makes the tackle. It's fourth down. They're now 1 for 8. Kate Smith runs back out there. Kate Neesmith. Coming off the field, Connor Devaney. It's another fan favorite. You've never been around Connor. He's funny as can be. Fourth down. Priceville will go for it at Oneonta 48. Snap. Jackson keeps it himself to the right, follows his lineman, picks up that first down, then move the chains. It's another Woodman Live first down.
So Connor, is that Jackson's little brother?
That's Jackson's little brother.
Okay.
And they are total opposites. Jackson hates to lose, is a competitor. Connor doesn't care.
And then Brody's our cousin.
Yeah, Brody Devaney's the cousin.
Yeah.
Brody's a good athlete, too.
Oh, yeah.
Great catcher. 1st and 10 now at the 42-yard line of Oneonta with 8.5 left. They'll hand off to the right. trying to get to that edge, and he's met by a couple of Redskins, Lopez and Eason Williams on the tackle up to the 35, a gain of 7. So last year we go 10-4, semifinals, lose to Deschler. Deschler goes on to lose to UMS Wright. It wasn't even a close matchup between them two. I mean, I lost some big time seniors, one of them down at Troy now. But some guys coming back this year like Brody Pinion, David Hall. We've mentioned that some of those skill guys, that offensive line, Jeremy, I think is going to be a big key part this year for the Redskins.
Yeah, as long as they continue to get better every game.
Big run right there from Priceville. Yeah, inside the 10. Down to the 8-yard line, a gain of 27 by number 28. That's Bailey Ray, the freshman. Yeah, that offensive line, though. I know you being a former lineman, it's got to make you happy to see those big guys have a good first half.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's the backbone of the game right there. If they don't perform, then it doesn't matter how skillful these other guys are. They're not going to be able to get their chances. 1st and 10.
That mark them down at the 11-yard line officially. 7:22 left. They hand off to the running back, and he is met pretty quickly by number 55, Chance Bartland, one of the sophomores. And I think one thing that helps that Redskin offensive line is Nick Riley's back again this year. He's done a really good job with him.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. Yeah, he does a great job. The kids like him. They respond real well to him, and just does a fine job with those guys.
2nd and 11 after a 1-yard loss, coming up on halfway through the final quarter, up 34-7. This game in hand. Man in motion. Jackson keeps it himself, designed run, and I tell you, that defensive line for the second string looking pretty good. 52, Kobe Harper, and number 73, Samuel Taylor, both making some big plays right there, and Eason Williams there at the last second.
Yeah, I like seeing these young guys get in here and get a shot early, kind of show them what they can do in a game situation against somebody in the opposite, color.
Yeah. 49-0 last update we had from Susan Moore and West End. They run back to the left, and he's once again met. And this time, Drew Witt, once again the junior, 6'2", brings him down. It'll bring up 4th down. They are 1 for 8 now on 3rd downs.
Yeah, Drew Witt been all over the place this second half. Done a good job.
Stay tuned for the Redskin recap. It's the fastest I've ever seen Brody Pinion run, as he went to go get his helmet. And a heat timeout, final one of the night. We'll take it with him. That one brought to you by Sharp One Investigations. You're listening to Oneonta Football. 34-7 here on the Redskin Radio Network. 34-7 after that timeout, which is brought to you by Sharp One Investigations. My boy Doug Sharp, one of 2 Tennessee fans I know in Blount County. Oneonta leads 34-7. Back passes, Prickett, right corner, end zone, throws it up, incomplete right through his hands. He had him, but it's incomplete. Oneonta takes over. And I got a feeling, Jeremy, that we're about to see run. Maybe one more run.
Run the clock.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the MO right here from Phil Phillips. With 5:23 left. Braden Moore, the quarterback. Fluff's in there. Along with Lopez in there. Who else? Here comes Ty Farmer, the crowd favorite. Coming up into the game, we'll have the team, as Phil takes time out, we'll keep it here. At the end of the game, we'll have the team Nancy and Shannon player of the game, the first one of the year. As we wind down the game, 34-7. What cracked you up?
Ty ran all the way.
He ran out there.
All the way out there, all the way back, and then he gets tossed.
Seems about right.
Phil's like, get out of here. Get some water.
What a night, what a night, what a night.
What Phil had to say to them.
run the ball and stay in bounds.
Straighten up. Don't make me come out there.
Don't make me play quarterback. Well, last week I saw Phil lifting tables. He's still strong. 1st and 10 from their own 13-yard line. Braden Moore hands off. Fluff straight up the middle, and he's met and tried to shrug off the tackle, but couldn't. Up 34-7, clock winding down as we get to the 5-minute mark.
Still hot. Hot and humid. It's August.
There's been worse.
Yeah.
There's been worse. 2 receivers to the top. There's a snap, and they will hand it off to Fluff, who breaks out to the far side, up to the 30, 35, 40. Still going. He's gone. 40, 30, 20, 10. He's heading on down the rim lap. Touchdown, Oneonta. That 8th grader, boys. He's special. He is special. It's 40-7. Was that 87 yards? 87-yard run. Whew. With 4:33 left. Sanchez out to kick. Here's the snap. In a minute, there's the snap. The hold, the kick. Up. It is good. 41-7. Skins lead with 4:33 left here in the 4th quarter here on the Redskin Radio Network.
No matter.
Welcome back in. You're to the Team 1 Toyota broadcast booth. Justin Gibbs, Jeremy Hyde. Scoring drive recap. Jeremy Hyde.
It's a 65-yard drive for Oneonta. Capped off.
Actually, a 73 yards.
73-yard drive. We started from the 35.
No, we started at the, we were actually farther back.
Okay.
It was a long way. It was a 73-yard touchdown at the back. There's the kick with about 4:25 left. 41-7. That 8th grader, Jeremy, huge run right there from him. Stat-wise, you're looking at 7 carries, 125 yards. He's making a case for player of the game.
Well, you know, he's playing against a bunch of 2nd and 3rd, 4th stringers, so
Well,
he should be scored. But you know, I'm not ready to give him the player of the game just yet.
a couple of good candidates: David Hall, Andrew McAlpine.
It's hard to get away from McAlpine at this point.
I agree. 4:19 left. Jackson pushes it out to the back right on the left side. He gets by Lopez down the sideline across the 50 down inside the 40. And a huge run right there from Priceville with 4:06 left. About a 30-yard run right there. So your candidates for player of the game, I think, go David Hall, Andrew McAlpine, and then Fluff. We'll vote on one of those 3, and they'll be the Team Nancy and Shannon player of the game. First one of the year. It'll be 1st and 10 at the Oneonta 37-yard line for Priceville with under 4 minutes left. Ray the back. Jackson the quarterback. Put a man in motion. They'll give it to Collins on the left side. Gets to that edge on the sideline and pushed out of bounds by a Redskin. That was Mr. Witt once again. We've been calling his name a lot here in the second half.
Yeah, Witt is what grade he's in. He's a sophomore. Well,
Junior?
We got a junior on here. Good size, too. 6'2", 192 on this. Of course, who knows where this even came from.
Second down and 6. Ball on the ground, picked up by Oneonta. Eason Williams, the freshman, picking it up. Update from the Rumble and Rim Lap. Southeastern 30, Appalachian 21. Need a time on that. See how much time is left. Eason Williams, mentioned his name quite a bit tonight. So Braden Moore back out there, and so is Fluff Bothwell, his brother at Alabama. On the official roster for the team. They'll hand off to Fluff, and the flag on the play almost immediately. 11:18 left, fourth quarter in that game. And a false start on the Skins. Back it up. Next week we're on the road. Jeremy Hyde heading up to Hayden.
Oh, yeah. It's always a nice trip over there.
We're going to go eat beforehand. I may not, but anyway, Fluff on the far side with the carry up to the 40-yard line. And another flag on the play. What are you thinking? Maybe we go, you got Subway over there. You've got
it's kind of hard to drive by Phil's Grill and not.
I know.
You shouldn't really drive by there. You just kind of in the same general direction.
we may go Phil's.
Hard to beat that cheeseburger there.
I'm gonna surprise you with this. I've never ate at Phil's Grill.
Well, I don't get over there much. I think I've been there twice, but
I think we need to go see him. 2:53 left, 41-7. So another flag on Oneonta was holding. They'll back it up, first and long from their own 26. They'll hand off to Eason Williams, who's now in at running back. Gets by a guy and is hit pretty hard, and he picked up about 12 yards on the run right there. Good job by Eason Williams, the freshman, who wasn't even listed on my depth chart at running back. Oneonta coaches.
don't they look cute down there, all matching and everything?
They do. Yeah. See the boys coach, Brandon Cruz. Jake Taylor down there. Jake Thomas. They'll hand off to Williams again. Far side. He's not going to get much. Bring up third, about 8. Lost a yard. We'll have our Redskin Rewind that'll come out next week, probably on Monday. You'll hear interviews with Phil Phillips and with some of the Oneonta seniors, Brody Pinion. We'll hear from David Hall. We'll hear from junior linebacker Bo Ragsdale. And you'll hear a recap of the game. Eason again on the carry on third down. Picked up 2 yards, and that was it as the clock winds down to a minute and a half. So 1:30 left, up 41-7. Oneonta will pick up the win, but it won't count on the record. As the punt team heads out, and they're going to let Bo punt finally.
He's gotten a lot better as he's been punting for a while, but
and let me tell you, during summer and fall practice, about 50 yards, pretty consistently too. Told me he wants to be first team punter in the county. Here's his first punt of the year. That one was a somewhat decent one. Line drive to the 30-yard line with 49 seconds left. So 2 plays is all it's going to have to be run. And Oneonta's going to win this one 41-7 over Priceville as they head out for the final time. And they finally get it to the line of scrimmage. Jeremy, your final thoughts on the game?
I think it's good effort, good show of whatever they wanted to show tonight. I know they kind of held back. They didn't get real fancy. Runs to the right and the left, a few screens. That's about as fancy as it got. But they did a great job of executing on offense. They got a lot of guys some playing time. I assume everybody got on the field at some point, or most everybody. Still got some guys out here. What do we name off? About 6 guys that are standing in street clothes.
Yeah.
So it'll be good to get those guys back as they come in. Got some sick, some in boots, some in slings, looks like.
And we'll get those guys next couple of weeks, like you said.
So it'll be good to see those guys. But as far as I know, no big injuries. And hey, just come out and play some good football.
Final snap of the night. They'll flip it off to the right in Ray. Ray looking for a hole. Wasn't much of one, but he'll be brought down, and that's going to be it. Oneonta 41-7, your final score. They win the Jamboree, and they start off on the season on a high note. Player of the game. Couple of choices. You've got David Hall, you've got Andrew McAlpine, and you got Fluff. Your vote for player of the game.
I got to go with McAlpine.
I'm going McAlpine as well. So Andrew McAlpine, your player of the game, as he had 2 touchdowns, 4 catches, 95 yards, also had a rush for 24 yards. So the boss's son happens to be player of the game. How life works out.
Well, we got that one out of the way, so in case it doesn't happen later, we've already got that one.
Yeah, we've got it taken care of, exactly. So final score 41-7, Oneonta wins it. You've been listening to Oneonta Football here on the Redskin Radio Network.